ahead and spin the wheel one more time. What is that? I think we're on green in other waters. 10 points didn't pay off. Sorry. Didn't make it. Alright, in other waters. Yeah, this is a game. We're in a big slice. This is something that might actually last a period of time. In other waters. Alright, in other waters. A game that might not make me want to kill everybody in the room. Exoplanet extraction. I like the new if this even loads. Yeah, we're getting one good game here. Jump over the age game. Well, it's gonna stop for a second because I gotta adjust the volume a little bit. And I'll say we're actually playing this game and not just games and demos. In other waters. Done. Yeah, if you don't own everything, you should hit exclamation mark raffle in chat. Amos Roddy. It's a good title screen so far. I like this. Chris Payne. In other waters. Error detected. Rebuilding memory. Oh! Yeah, I like moody music. It's the opening of every explosion in the sky song. Recovering last known log. This is going to be more restrictive than you're used to. But you are resourceful, I know you. Sorry, okay. Continue with the boot? Controller, you say? Quick, grab those CD keys. Hello, is somebody there? This is Dr. Ellery Voss. I urgently need all systems of this suit activated. I've been locked out, and I'm 20 meters below the surface here. I say again, this is Dr. Ellery Voss. Can any operator personas on this suit please respond? Alright, good. Operator activate all systems. Pilot authorization granted. Scan and topography readouts coming through, looking good. Heading. See the heading panel coming online, excellent. Okay, good. The dive panel's active, current reading of 20 meters. Oxygen panel's up, and rebreathing functioning. I'm off of reserve oxygen now. Power panel's activating, plenty of juice. Okay, utilities available. Let's see. Sampling, sample storage, terminal and retrieval systems seem to be installed. You don't seem to know what you're doing. You're not an operator, are you? I don't believe you. Operators are little more than voice-activated system dialogues. They don't respond like this. I know there's something strange about this suit when I got inside. Looks decades old. Chris.exe is malfunctioning. This is Chris in the Matrix. Your green screen's effect. Yeah, if we have bounce green, that's gonna happen. Don't worry, I'm gonna have some problems. You're gonna have to deal with it as I disappear. You seem to respond. Oh god, they're still talking. I'll explain once we get going, but right now, I'm locked out of half the systems of the suit. Someone, somehow, has rewritten the permissions to only respond to internal messaging. That means you. Gonna need you to take control. Let's get moving. Take me north into the reef. Please? Oh. We're going into the reef here? Go. Oh. Southern Gully. Feature. Steep rock walls rise up towards the surface on either side. The floor is layered with pale sand. I might be able to, drown out the green a little bit. Hold on. No, the white of my beard and my pasty skin. Hold on. What if I... Nah, no matter what, we're gonna get some. That's alright, it's part of the experience. Glitching. Okay. Southern Gully, vector clear. Go. Ho ho! Good. Whatever you're doing, it's working. Let's keep heading north. Boulder fills the passage, blocking out the warm light of Gliese 667 and CC's Three Sisters, EV. Yeah, it's the poet from Alan Wake Simulator. There you go. Here the passage opens out, back into the dappled light of the reef's shallows. Bink. This gun is a metaphor for a literal gun. The softly flowing water is filled with glittering particles of organic matter, signs of rich and thriving life all around. Too bad we eat the rich here. Look in the water. Are those spores? And those stalks to the west, they look like huge fungi. This is unbelievable. Actual alien life. How could Manai have kept this place a secret? I saw our notes at the base when I landed, and some telltale signs on approach, but here it is. First extraterrestrial life humanity has ever discovered. I can't believe it. Fungal creature made up of a series of stalks and plates attached to the rock. Color changes from dark amber to acid yellow. These stalks are beautiful. I wonder how they feed, how they grow, how they communicate. This place, this planet, needs to be studied. Keep scanning creatures and I'll take notes. Once we get enough data, I can name and log each species. No matter what happens here, this is vital work. Protected by the ridges from the strong northern currents, this could be a safe haven for younger, softer species. Beds of these creatures coat the pale rocks. Are these plants or animals? They're unlike any earth coral or sponge. Creature's external membrane appears to be made of layers of chitin, like earth arthropods or fungi. Ooh, they moved. What were those creatures? They were hidden on the stalks. Quickly, try to get a scan. Bed of stalks, seeing complex patterns of contracting and expanding slits in the stalk's membrane, mouth, or sensing organs. These colonies are producing a shifting hum, perhaps as a form of communication between individuals. Stalks here are furred with spores, which appear to have drifted down from the northern part of the reef. Stalks are covered in spores of all sizes. Perhaps we could sample one of the larger ones. I'm in position. I'll have to take the sample. Open up the sampling menu. Fungal seed. Got one. Biological samples are vital tools for analyzing and understanding creatures. This suit also allows you to deploy any sample back into the ocean. How about you test that out? Hold and drag it over to the central compass. Great. This is working as it should. Look, those creatures are coming for the spores. Why these ones in particular, I wonder? Perhaps different spores carry different compounds, each with a specific purpose or message. What do you think? Could the spores be a way of communicating between different colonies? Yes. Isn't that strange? Fungi and Earth form networks of exchange. Maybe these stalks do the same. Anyway, sorry. I'm not sure why I... Well, let's keep moving. Close sample menu. Take sample. Now close sample menu. There we go. Bed of stalks. Ooh, something's being exchanged over there. Wait. That thing. Come back! I want to scan the moving thing. Colonies seem to be broken up in individual patches. Something in the area. Alright, if I move over here... I'll be able to get that moving thing. Damn you! Alright, they're gonna come back. Yes! Agile creatures, striped with luminous colors, these flexible, flapping creatures move rapidly through the water with little effort. Such lively creatures, so colorful too. I'll start logging my observations. You would punch the developer in the hip for making this game? So angry and aggressive! What is it that dictates the reef's growth pattern? Sunlight? The flow of water? Whatever it is, it must be absent here. Yeah, it's a fish. It's a fish in the percolator. Not a fan of the slower-paced, more meditative game experience, Greenboy? You never play any games that are like even remotely like this? Alright, you little bastard. Spores from the main part of the reef are brought into the southern nurseries here by a steady current. Hey, can I ask you something? Yes. I've worked with AI programs before, but you aren't like them. They're predictable, programmatic, dull. Their intelligence allows them to log and process data. Data, that's all. But you're different. I feel like you are alive. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes. Then you are different. Glad I'm not just imagining it. But what are you? What are you doing in this suit? What's the point of this game? What's the point of any game? Like, it's an exploration mystery game. We're supposed to be trying to figure out, like, what are we? We are a mystery. Why are we on this alien planet? Who's this person we're talking to? What are the aliens? There's all kinds of answers, questions to be answered. Uploading my initial notes, let's call these reef stalks. We can classify the species in the lab. Current running into the reef here slows, but further north the water whips down the reef with incredible speeds. I want to go to Fastlands. Exploration and rails from dot to dot. Well, I'm choosing what dots I go to. Wide and long, with sheer rock walls on either side, this deep rift channels unpredictable currents. This arch is covered in hardened stalks. Perhaps the slow current passing through brought their spores to settle here. It's all ones and zeros in the end. I guess it's the kind of stuff that, like, if it doesn't intrigue you, it doesn't intrigue you. Stuff like this intrigues me. I immediately am like, okay, this is different from what I'm used to, and I want to understand more about it. These larger stalks sway all around the basin. They almost resemble branchless trees bending in a storm. Static creature, made up of one huge flexible stalk. Unclear if swaying is due to current or is produced by the stalk's own body. These huge stalks are incredible. Each one is a vertical ecosystem. They're leaking spores in the water as the fruiting bodies attach to their skin bottom. Their skin bloom. Many of these stalks are leaking particles in the water as they sway. Are those spores or something else? Do you see that? The stalks responded to our movement. They extended as we passed through the arch. Perhaps it was the sound we made when we moved through. We should be careful not to get trapped here. This suit's power capacity is limited. Shelled creature. Mobile creature with a large translucent shell and 4 swimming appendages which it uses in a rapid rowing motion. Chit in the stalk's membrane is very hard, but flexibility is given by the surface's overlapping plates. A lot of activity among the rocks ahead. Creatures are grazing on and living among the stalks, forming a complex ecosystem. Like, this strikes me as the kind of game that if you're into and enjoy something like, oh, look over to the southwest, that stalk is totally calcified. Looks like a good sample candidate. Like, if you enjoy a game like, well, a new friend over there. If you enjoy a game like Sunless Seas or Sunless Skies, then this is up your alley. But if you don't like Sunless Sea and Sunless Skies, then you wouldn't like this. And vice versa. Plates of the stalk's surface passing over one another must be producing the distinctive hum that can be heard. Huge stalk's totally still, its plates hardened into a rocky shell. Can it be revived? Is this what death looks like here? Large stalk. Forest path. The growth gets heavier as we travel north into this stalk forest. Something about giving it that name makes it feel safer, more familiar. Vector blocked. Stalk looks dead. Open the sampling panel. We can extract some of the outer membrane. Alright, sample gotten. Okay, so the chitin appears to be hardened with calcium carbonate. The suit is able to metabolize organic compounds to produce fuel. Just drag them into the power panel. Alright. Here you go, have more. With these, we can keep one sample so we can analyze it back on the base, and use the other for a power boost. as visual stimuli. See, I find the lack of visual stimuli to be kind of the appeal here. It's kind of why I like, what was it, Duskers? Where you're, like, kind of remotely operating drones, and you don't have a lot of visual stimuli to work with. It adds a level of unease, because you know you're in an alien environment, but you can't quite see. You're using abstraction to move and experience the world. And that level of abstraction really makes it unsettling, because I'm never sure if I'm safe because of that. Space between the rocks here is thick with stalks. The elaborate patterns they trace across the reef are beautiful. Place some mini motorways. We do have some high scores and other things we gotta get in mini motorways. We're not done with the mini motorways. Back, you little bastard. Analog a hate story? I have 100%ed analog a hate story and analog a love story. Or digital a love story. I rather enjoy both those games quite a bit. I guess it's not true. I didn't 100% the one that has the ungettable achievement. Resurrection spell level, resurrection materia level 4, I think it is. That particular achievement. Agile creature. Maneuver with a series of siphon jets concealed beneath their folded mantles. They're incredibly fast. I baked a cake for a not real person to get one of those achievements. A real life cake that I had to take a picture of and send to the developer. The rocks here are clear stalks, and their other growths. In their absence, a territorial marker or just a side effect of the conditions of these waters. Unclear. But I think Christine Love's games are pretty good. I like both of those. I haven't played Lady Killer in a Bind, but if I had it, I would play it. Stories Untold. I don't know if I played that one. That sounds familiar, though. Hard as balls. This is called, Other Seas? Other Waters. In Other Waters is the name of this game. Ooh, a cavern. Yeah, I love visual novels. We haven't started 13 Sentinels yet. I do want to do it. The one with the House Horror text adventure? That's, World of Horror, Zabatsu. We played a little bit of World of Horror on Wheel of Steam. Wheel of Stream, rather. It's horror, puzzle heavy. The puzzles are brilliant. Nice. The water is still in the yawning entrance to the cavern. There's no signs or stalks or other reef life in the entrance. And you haven't played Get in the Car, loser, which used to be free. Is it not free anymore? The house abandoned. Yeah, the Wandering Village developer sent me an email I still need to reply to. I might be able to get us a little copy of that game and play some of it on stream. Played inside an abandoned house that your character found. That sounds good. The patchy sunlight coming through the broken cavern roof is enough to allow stalks to grow here, if that is what they require. Getting a little ominous without the music now. Tall stalk. Bubble-coated stalk that sits among reef stalk colonies. These tall stalks seem to watch over the smaller colonies. I'm logging notes. A clogged tunnel. Stalks mesh across the cavern here. Glittering stalk. I'm going there. Sampling available. Just more of the chitinous nonsense that we could use for fuel if we wanted. The interior gas is at an elevated pressure. If this membrane ruptured, the sac would screech as it depressurized. Is this part of the stall communication system we've seen across the reef? Wait, I have an idea. Try deploying one by that blocked tunnel over there. I want to see how the stalks react. Just drag one over. Open up a path. They retracted! These bubbles must be some kind of signal system. I'll call them shrill sacs for that squeak. We could use these to get ahead through the heavy growth. Let's get moving. Guess you're wondering where we're headed. There's a way station just north of here, on a finger of this reef. I want to find it. My shuttle touched down just hours ago at a floating research base to the south. That's where I found this suit. Here looking for a Dr. Mine Nomura. Chasing a message all the way from Earth. Must sound mad. Coming out here to a planet in the tail of Scorpius just to follow a message. Wait, you do know where we are, don't you? But how? We're on Gliese 667cc. Supposedly unremarkable world, if it wasn't for all this life. Somehow the exoplanet extraction core must have passed it by. But how did Mine know to come here? Is that why she contacted me? To verify her discovery? But then where is she? Look, let's find that way station, then I can start piecing together what's going on. Through the passage. 4 to 5 stories. I'll have to check that one out. Cavern entrance. What I find most interesting about this game is, like, at no point does it tell you how to play, you just kind of figure it out by pressing buttons. Large creature? Oh, sorry, large clearing. Glittering stalk. Let's go this way. I dig the music. Rock Outcrop. Devolver Digital will publish that one, huh? That's not their normal bread and butter kind of game. Large stalks which display producing a distinctive hum or groan. Isolated stalk. Intrigue takes a little too long to settle in. I've been finding it to be a decent enough pace, but I am very patient for this kind of stuff. Spore clouds. Probably a blocked passageway that we know how to get through now. There we go. A new friend. God damn you. Well, in the meantime, I'll move. There you are. A shelled creature. Shelled creature. Bubble-like huge pearls glint among the stalks. How have the tall stalks produced these strange screeching sounds? Growth pattern. We gotta move it. You gonna be another shelled creature? Of course you are. Clear path. Signal stalk. It's all bubble-producing stalks that protect and monitor stalk colonies, a key part of the stalk network that stretches across the reef. You gotta call these signal stalks for the signaling role they play in the stalk ecology. More bubble-producing stalks. Are they sentries designed for early warnings or last-ditch defenses of the colony's core? Now, while I do enjoy this game, it's probably not the most riveting stream experience. Good place to sample, alright. Yeah, run away! Little cowards. Like, I could happily play this in my own time. Yeah, it's a nice, calm vibe to this game. And like I said, I do find it intriguing. Twin stones. Boulders are covered with tiny stalks. Coating of amber fur waving in the currents. Nice and cuddled in. The last line of thick stalks bore the sandy plains of the central reef. Shit, I don't have the right kind of thing. I need one of the calcium deposits. Yeah, like I know this isn't for everybody for sure. I gotta get a calcium thing. Oh, I'd like to get to. I'd like to get to the station they're talking about. So that might be. That might propose a change to the game, and that could be interesting. There we go. Don't worry, we're doing doot doots after this. The trombone is coming. Boom. Alright, where's this way station? That's it, we're through. This place is overwhelming. So many new species. This is the central reef. I saw on Mine's map that the sheer shelf flattens out here. Where's this station? Rippling silt. Shady outcrop. Move on over here. Can I just move to that one without actually identifying it? No, alright, we have to identify it. Central plane. There it is! I see the way station ahead. Way station set up by Mine Minora. Seen better days, but it still functions beneath the coating stalks. This place is looking a little worse for wear. Let me see if I can find an access port. Mine never did take care of her equipment. Some things never change. Sorry. Give me a sec. I'm just trying to... Got it. Okay. We should be able to access any data stored here. Just open the terminal and take a look. Really? The resin print came out okay? Spoofing user, Dr. Mine Nomura. Last access. History cleared. Download log. Yeah, the music's great. Data released to pilot's console. Logs have been cleared, I expected that, given the secrecy Mine seems to be operating under. But the map data mentions something Mine calls the bloom, not across the northern rifts. Been going back and forth to something there, studying it. Unique species, perhaps. Mine, what are you doing here? Why are you keeping this discovery from the world, from me? I'm talking to myself again, or to whatever you are. Sorry, I don't mean... Let's head back to the research base. I need to think. With this way station operation, we can call in the base's retrieval drone from the utility panel. This drone will be able to pick us up from any area we've got map data for. Let's head to the base. Got a lot to figure out. Map region, connection available. Connecting. Connection complete, drone ready. I can see why you brought up hated analog story. The fact that we're doing this through a computer terminal. Hey, are you back online? Pretty sharp work for a biologist, if I do say so myself. Hooking up that strange casing of yours to the base took some work. And the OS here does not play nicely with whatever you are. But you should have access to a select subsystems of the stack now. Macleod looks to have repurposed some of them, so not everything is functional. Comms are shot, the generator is only partially working, and one of the retrieval drones is missing. I booted up the dive bay's mapping systems and sample storage. Lab's also online with analysis tools and integrated taxonomy for logging creatures. Take a look, I've already logged the creatures we discovered on our last dive. For any logged creatures, I'll also put sample requests in their taxonomy entries. To fill these requests, just find and transfer samples to the lab, then analyze them. You can use that data to add to the creature study. We need to register these species. Head down to the lab level and take a look. We'll also mark sample requests on the dive map. That way we can grab key samples for our studies while we're out in the ocean. We're going back out soon. While you were offline, I spotted a signal. A suit transponder. You can see its location on the dive map. I want to find it. Suit transponder means a suit, and a suit means an A. I'll need your help. That suit takes both of us to pilot it. It's the only one I've got. Once you're done exploring the base, load into the dive map. We can head out from there. Alright. I do like this game. I dig this one. This is the kind of thing I could quietly sit down with late at night and just play for several hours and have a nice time. That being said, I do acknowledge this is not the most visually exciting or engaging game for a stream, so I will transition over to the Doot-Doots now. But I do like this. Taxonomy. Medical subject generator. You think you can make it an hour? Like, I could certainly keep playing this for another 22 minutes without any problem at all. But I know this is not the most engaging stream game. If enough folks were like, no, don't stop, I'd keep going, but I get the impression that we'd better served moving on to Doot-Doot times. Save and quit the menu. Want to be opposed to a Discord stream of this? Yeah, this is the kind of thing I could do a late night Discord stream of. In other waters. Alright, it's time for the Doot-Doots. Even though it didn't make it the full hour, I still decree this to be a good game. I did enjoy that quite a bit. I found that very good. No longer entombed in a cocoon made of family members. Yeah, that is it's a little bit darker than I think you're really going for. Well, thank you very much, Pawnee, for updating the stream information. Everything got moved from that last terrible game. Let's move everything back. Prediction was 15 minutes? Oh, we crushed that one. It was a good game, I think. Didn't really pay attention. But the colors were nice. The music was good. I did find it to be, like, intriguing. I wanted to know what was going on. I like that it's like, hey, no one knows what you are, and here's a bunch of systems we don't understand. Figure them out. And, like, you just kind of actually tactily figure them out. Like, you have to actually press buttons to figure it out. Go to recent, thank you. That's no wonder I couldn't find anything. Reminds me of Squirrels, another game for the wheel. We have so many wheel games.